So I think in the previous class, right? In the previous class, we completed try with multiple catch blocks, right? So now, yeah, we will see finally block. Okay. So finally block. Okay. Fine. So before discussing finally block, okay. So no, I think hope you people know what is okay exception, how to do exception handling, and one way. I mean, there is a ways to handle the exception. We saw one way. What is that one way? By using try and catch. Am I right? So now this is try block. Okay. So in this try block, I've made Surya. Okay. So this is try block, right? Let's suppose this is try block. Here what we have catch block, right? Catch block, something we have, some exception we have, right? So in the catch block also we have what? Some code. Okay, fine. So now, okay. So now, see, I need to write a Java application, okay, which needs to interact with database software like Oracle database software or MySQL database software. Okay, I need to do some data manipulation operations. Understand? I need to do some what? Data manipulation operations. Mean what? I need to insert some records into some table in the database, or I need to update some records in the table, or I need to select some records in the table. Okay. Or else I need to delete some records in the table. Okay. So for that reason, what I need to do, our Java application needs to contact with whom, guys? Database software. Right. So for that, what we need, yes, I know you don't know anything about JDBC. Okay. Just listen. Okay. High level, few points, please listen. So I think already we discussed one time, right? At high level. So for that, what we need, guys, we need JDBC connection object, right? So JDBC API we require in order to Java application connect with database software, right? So now for JDBC API we are using, fine. So for that, in order to connect with this database software, okay, we need what, guys? Connection object. Understand? Can you hear me, everyone?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So we need what,
Yes, sir.
guys? Connection object. Which connection? Database connection object we need. Okay. So we need what? Database connection object. So let's suppose here the application try and catch block I am writing, right? So in this application, I need what? Database connection object, right? So to get the connection object, I need to write some code. Am I right or wrong? Okay. Driver manager dot get connection. Connection con is equal to driver manager dot get connection. When you call get connection method, which is present in driver manager class, okay. So when you call that get connection method, you will get what? One connection object. Understand? Okay.
Yes, sir.
So now, so that is what, guys, regularly, okay, the way you are getting connection object. But usually in the real time, what we will use? Connection pool we will use. Okay. Connection pool we will use. Okay. In the connection pool, it contains what? Readily available JDBC connection objects. Okay. I know you may not aware. Okay. You may not understand completely, but please try to understand. Okay. So now here what we have connection pool, guys. In the connection pool contains what? Readily available JDBC connection object. Let's suppose we have a what, guys? One connection pool here. Okay. So this is the one connection pool. Okay. So in this connection pool, let's suppose we have so like this, we have what?
Multiple connection.
10 connection objects we have. Okay. So these are what, guys? Connection objects. Okay. Which connection objects? Database connection object. Okay. DB connection objects. Okay, right? DB connection objects. Okay. So now here in my application, I want to connect with what? Database software. In order to connect with database software, what I need? One connection object I need. Understand? One connection object I need. So I connected with this JDBC connection pool and I will get one connection object. Okay. By using that connection object, okay, I am writing, okay, I'm writing what? Database manipulation operations, okay, so that I can connect with what? Database software, so that I can do data manipulation operations. Fine. So now that connection object where we are using in my Java application, I'm using, right? Oh, so here what? Here I'm using what? JDBC, okay, connection, okay, related logic. Understand, guys? To perform data manipulation operations on the DB, on the database. Okay, guys? Okay, so now where I'm writing, guys? Okay, in this Java application I'm writing. Okay, so where actually I have to write CRC JDBC connection object, right? That JDBC connection related logic where I have to write under try block I have to write. Why? So maybe so while writing JDBC connection related logic, right? So there might be a chance of what? Getting checked exceptions. So where we need to write all the what do you call risky code under try block. Under try block, right? So now in the try block, I'm going to write what? This getting JDBC connection object. Okay. After that, getting a statement object, result set object, and data manipulation operations. All these statements where I'm writing, guys, under try block, because those are what? Risky code. There may be a chance of getting checked exceptions. Okay. In JDBC also, we have what, guys? Few checked exceptions. Okay. So now definitely checked exceptions means what? Definitely where we have to write that kind of logic under try block, right? There is a what? Risky code. Always risky code where we need to keep under try block, right? So now here I am writing one getting JDBC connection related logic where, guys, under try block. Now fine. So now in the catch block, what we are going to write, guys? Exception handling logic.
Handling logic.
Right? Handling logic. Handling logic. Okay, please listen carefully, guys. So here what we are going to write, guys? Handling logic, right? Exception handling logic. Let me prove. Yeah. So exception handling logic. Fine. Okay. No. So now exception handling logic we are going to put. Now, see, let's suppose. Okay. Let's suppose. So do you see here? Okay. Do you see each and every time all the lines which are available in try block and all the lines which are available in catch block will be executed, guys?
No, sir.
What I'm asking? Yeah. So will not be executed, right? So sometimes, yeah, all the time, all the lines which are available in try block and all the lines which are available in catch block, all the lines means all the statements what we are going to write will not be executed, right? If anything goes wrong in the try block, let's suppose in the try block we have 100 lines. Okay. In the first 10 line, there is a exception. So what will happen if any exception is raised? The first 10 lines will be executed. After executing, I mean while executing 10th line, if you face any exception, so directly the try block will be okay. The remaining 90 lines of code will not be executed. The control directly will come to where? Catch block, right? In the catch block, what are the lines we have? It will be executed. Am I right or wrong? Okay, yes, here see all the lines which are available in try block. Okay, do you see all the time those lines will execute? Will not execute, right?
Yes, sir.
Will not execute. Now, let's suppose in the try block, okay, the code we have underlines. So while executing underlines of code, you will not see any exception. So that time catch block will execute, guys.
No.
will not execute, right? When the catch block will execute, if you see any exception, if you have any exception in the try block, then only catch block will execute, right? So otherwise catch block will not execute. Am I right or wrong?
Right,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Right? So no. See what happened, here. Let's suppose, okay. So now you are open one JDBC connection object in try block. Okay. So now out of 10, one connection object is what? Engaging with your application. Am I right or wrong? Okay.
Right, sir.
Yes, sir.
One user came. For that user, he created object of our class. Let's suppose DB connection object, DB connection. Okay. Or DAO class. We have what? DAO class, data access object class. So for that data access object class, user, what do you call? Vignesh came. Okay. So now Vignesh created what? DAO class object. And after that, by using that object, see, for Vignesh user is trying to execute what? This try block. Understand? So this is the application. For try block means what? In the try block, what we are putting? JDBC connection object we are putting. Right? Understand? So now, for Vignesh, he created, just in the try block means what? Here, let's suppose this is a DAO class, guys. So in the DAO class, there is a method. What is the method? Get connection object is the method. Right? Under get connection object method, we are putting what, guys? This try block and catch block. Understand?
Okay.
Okay. So 1 minute, guys. Let me create. So this is what, guys? Class DAO. Class what? DAO. In the class DAO, we have what, guys? One method. What is the method? Public. Okay. Public. Let me put void. Okay. Some method I'm putting. Okay. Get connection. Okay. Get connection is what, guys? Some method. Okay. So under this method, I'm keeping what? All these lines of code. Clear now?
Yes, sir.
Public void get connection. This is the method. Okay. No. So in this method, we have what? This code. Try block we have and catch block we have. So in the try block, what we are doing now? What is the logic we are writing? Getting connection object.
We are opening the data connections.
Yeah. So now for DAO class, who will create object? Let's suppose user Vignesh came. Okay. So Vignesh, he wants to, okay, for Vignesh, okay, student Vignesh. So Vignesh information has to insert into where, guys? Database, right? So now Vignesh, in Vignesh class, he created object of our DAO class. DAO is equal to new DAO. And after that, DAO dot, he will call what? Get connection. Understand? Once you call get connection method, what will happen? Under get connection method, the code what you have written will execute. Understand? Now, under get connection method, what is the code we have written?
JDB is
Connection object
connection.
and getting statement object and inserting data into the table, right? So now one connection object already engaged with whom? Vignesh, user Vignesh. Am I right or wrong? Vignesh student. So now out of 10, already one connection object is engaging with Vignesh, right? Remaining how many we have? 9. Come on, guys. So now what happened here? Now, while executing this try block at line number 1 or line number 2, maybe there is a raising an exception. There is an exception. Exception is raising. Okay. But this connection object where we are creating, guys. Oh, 1 minute. So
In the
here we have
try block.
yeah, we have, let's suppose in the try block, we have few lines of code, right? We have few lines of code. Now, in the first 1 to 8 lines of code, okay, we have written for JDBC connection object. Okay, this logic initially only we have written. Okay, but end of the try block, somehow, okay, we got one exception. Clear everyone? Here what I'm saying? Let's suppose in the try block, we have 20 lines of code, guys. First 10
Yes,
lines
sir.
of code is talking about what? Getting connection object, getting statement object, something like this. Next 10 lines of code, it is talking about what? Inserting data into table. Okay, inserting Vignesh student information into table. So now first 10 lines of code is executing. So while executing first 10 lines of code, already one connection object is what? Engaging with
Established
Vignesh.
database.
right.
Yeah.
Right. Next, while executing next 10 lines of code, okay, somehow we are getting some exception, SQL exception we are getting while inserting data. So what will happen now? What will happen?
And catch
It will
block.
reach to catch block.
Catch block. So in the catch block, if you handle that exception, the catch block, logic will be executed, right? Logic will
Yes.
be
Yes.
executed and application will be,
Smooth.
Gracefully
gracefully terminated. Fine. So now
Yes.
out of 9, one object is what? Engaging with the first student, Vignesh. So remaining
Yes.
how many we have? 9.
Nice.
Okay. Remaining 9 we have. So now next Vani came. Student Vani came. For student Vani also, she engaged one connection object. Okay. She wants to put her information into table. So now, so that same, in the same way, now while executing Vani, right? All the try block, 20 lines we have, right? All the 20 lines executed smoothly. Okay, there is no exception. So by that time, catch block will execute, will not execute.
No.
Okay, finally you will get what? Graceful termination.
Yes.
Come on, right? Now, how many connection objects still we have? 8 connection objects,
Two.
right? So now, now Lavanya came. Lavanya also, okay, she wants to put her information into table. No, C is also engaging with what? One connection object. Understand?
Yeah.
Okay. So now here also while executing here also, she doesn't see any exception. Fine. Catch block will not execute. Okay. All the lines which are available in try block will execute. Okay. Fine. Now 3 connection objects are over. How many still we have? 7. Okay. So like that, now Triveni came. Okay. Like that, Surya came. Sai Teja came. Okay. Santosh came. And Sati came. Right? Sai Kiran came. Like that, 10 people came, guys. Okay. So all the 10 students information wants to insert into database table. Okay. Now all the connection objects is engaging with what? All these 10 users. Am I right or wrong?
Yes.
Okay. Now, finally, connection pool is empty. There is no connection object in connection pool. Now, all of a sudden, okay, one user came, another new student came. Okay, new student came. So now, Manisarati. Okay, so now Manisarati came. Okay, he is the what? 11th student. Now he wants to put his information into database table, right? So in order to insert his information into database table, what he need? Database connection object.
Connection.
So now, do we have connection object in connection pool?
No.
We
No.
don't have, right? So now
We don't have.
he cannot insert his information into database. Understand? He cannot
Yes.
insert
Yes,
his
sir.
information into database. Okay, application will fail, guys. The complete application will fail. Am I right or wrong? So now, why here? Why it is? I mean, why this case is happening? Why is not able to insert his data into database table? Because the connection object is not available in connection pool. Why the connection objects are not available in connection pool? Why the connection objects are not available in connection pool? Because all the connection objects remaining users are taken and those are engaging with that particular users. Am I right or wrong?
Yeah, right.
Okay. Here, what is the mistake we did? Yes, we have taken connection object. Okay.
After using, we are not closing that connection.
So now we are taking one connection object. Fine. By using that connection object, so what are the activities we want to do? We did. Right? What are the activities we want to do? We did. But after completion of your activities, the same connection object, you need to release back to connection pool. Understand? Yes, your task is completed. So you have to release that connection object to connection pool. Understand, guys?
Yes, sir.
I will explain you. This is very big topic, guys. Okay. I will explain you while discussing with JDBC. But somehow at high level, I'm telling now. Okay. Fine. Now, once you complete your activity, right, you need to release that connection object to whom, guys? Connection pool. If you release the same connection object, now ready to give server to another client. Am I right or wrong? But if you are not releasing that connection object will not be in the position to serve another client. Understand? So once your task is completed, you have to release that connection object back to connection pool. But here, are you releasing? We are not releasing. Understand? So just we are taking, but we are not releasing. So that's what these 10 connection objects is, okay, engaging with, is serving for only for first 10 users. For next remaining users, there is no connection object. Okay, so that's what application will fail. Clear what is the problem here? No.
Yes,
Yeah.
sir.
No. We need to release the connection object back to connection pool. Okay, after your activity done. Okay, after your task is completed, you need to release back that connection object back to connection pool. Okay, so now, so where we have to write that releasing connection pool object, releasing that connection object, where you have to write that logic. Okay, we need to release that connection object, right? That logic, where
Catch
we are
block.
going to write.
After catch block, sir.
Why after catch block?
In the catch block only, sir.
In the catch block.
Sometimes it won't reach to catch block. So
That's what.
after catch block.
After catch
try
block,
block.
if it means what will happen? So
Try block.
do you see any
Sometimes some
guarantee?
lines in the try block won't execute. So we can't close that one.
That's what. Okay, see here. So now we need to release the connection object back to connection pool. So that logic we need to write. Where we need to write that logic? Tell me.
Try block.
Try block. If you put that releasing connection object in try block, okay. So do you see all the lines which are available in try block will be executed all the times?
No.
No. If no, then how can you put that releasing connection object logic in try block? So there is no chance, right? How can you say all the lines in try block will execute all the times? Let's suppose at the first line, maybe a chance of raising exception. Let's suppose you are putting the releasing, JDBC connection object in last line. So now at the line number, when the first line, while executing the first line, let's suppose there is an exception. So then the last line will execute in that case, will not execute. Right?
No.
Then there is no guarantee all the statements which are available in try block will execute. Right? That is over. Now tell me again. So do you see any other way where we can keep catch block? Someone is saying catch block. If you put catch block, do you see all the time the catch block will execute?
No.
No, sir.
No. Only exception is raised, then only the catch block will execute. Right? Then where we have to keep? Okay. So now there is, right? We need some space. Right? We need some space. Okay. So irrespective of exception, all the time that space has to be executed. Some piece, okay, some piece of space we need. Irrespective of exception, all the time that piece of space has to be executed. Am I right or wrong?
Yes, sir.
We required some place, guys, to maintain.
Irrespective of try catch block, we have to write, sir.
1 minute. Okay. So here what we need now, we required some place. We required some place irrespective of exception. All the time that place has to be executed. Understand? Here there is no space.
Yeah.
Here there is no place. Sorry. Here there is no place. Even try block also there is no place. Even catch block also no place. Why? We don't know when the try block will execute, when the catch block will execute. Okay. So now Here, if exception is not raised means all, try block will execute. All the lines in try block will execute. If any exception is raised means some lines of try block will execute, some lines of try block will not execute. Okay, so that time catch block will execute. If exception is not raising means even catch block also will not execute. So where we will keep this releasing JDBC connection object logic? Okay, we cannot keep. We need what? Some place, irrespective of exception, always that place has to be executed. Right? We need such kind of place. Am I right or wrong?
Yes.
Yes,
Okay?
sir.
We need that place of okay, that piece of place, right? So why we need that piece of place, guys? Because we need to do what? Cleanup
There is no
activity. We need to do what? Cleanup activity. Cleanup means what? Here, releasing connection objects, releasing networking of connection objects. Understand? Releasing networking. I am connecting with networking. So once that task is completed, I need to release that network connection object back. No, I'm connecting database. For that, what? I need to use what? One connection object, one database connection object. Once my task is completed, I need to release that connection object back to connection pool. Now these things are used to call is what? Cleanup code. Right? So we need to do cleanup code. Where we need to write this cleanup code? Understand? Here cleanup code means what? Releasing connection objects back to the, releasing resources back to the, okay, sources. Understand, guys? Releasing resources back to the sources, guys. Okay, that is called what? Cleanup code. We are using some objects, we are using some connections, we are using. Finally, the task is completed, right? So for that time, what we have to do? We have to release back. So release it back, right? So this concept is called what? Cleanup code. Okay. So now we need to put this cleanup code in some area, right? Where we can keep this cleanup code irrespective of exception. Always that cleanup code has to be executed, right? So then only it will work. Am I right or wrong? Come on,
Yes,
guys.
sir.
Okay, so now where we can keep the cleanup code? Okay, so for that reason we have what, guys? Finally block. Okay, for that reason we have what, guys? Finally block. Java people introduced finally block. Here see, we have try block, we have catch block. In the same way, we have what? Finally block. Okay, so the finally block, it will always execute, guys. Whether the exception is raised or not, always finally block will execute. Understand? Always finally block will execute. Even exception also raised, that time also finally block will execute. Even if there is no exception, fine, that time also finally block will execute. Clear, everyone? Okay, so now here, right? So now try block. So in the try block, what we are going to put, guys? What we are going to put?
Risky code.
Okay. So the try block, we are going to put what? The risky code. Right? So now we have what, guys? Catch block.
Catch
The
block.
catch block. Okay. In the catch block, what we are going to put, guys?
handling code.
Handle the exception.
Handling exception. Logic.
Exception handling logic we are put. Okay. Exception handling code we will put. Okay. Now finally what we have? Finally block. The finally block, what we are going to put now?
Code
we are
which
going
has to run.
Cleanup code. Okay. We have to tell cleanup code. This is the correct terminology. Okay. So in the try block, we are going
Okay,
to
sir.
keep risky code. In the catch block, we
Cleanup.
are going to keep exception handling code. Finally block, we are going to keep what, guys? Cleanup code.
Cleanup code.
Okay. So now let me repeat statements, guys. Okay. It is not recommended to, okay, it is not recommended to maintain cleanup code inside try block because there is no guarantee for the execution of every statement inside try block always. Am I right?
Yes.
Now coming to second point. It is never recommended to maintain cleanup code inside catch block, because if there is no exception, then catch block won't be executed. Am I right
Yes,
or
sir.
wrong?
Yeah, right.
Okay. Now we required some place to maintain cleanup code, which should be executed always, irrespective of whether exception raised or not, whether handled or not. Okay. Such type of best place is nothing but finally block. Clear?
Yes,
Yeah,
sir.
clear.
Okay. So now here, so now, hence the main purpose of finally block is what, guys? Maintain cleanup code. Okay. What is the main purpose of finally block here? To maintain cleanup code. Clear, everyone?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Okay.